name is Rachel McDonough, and this is my friend. Hi, I'm Susanna, and we're here at the beautiful Madison Square Garden for the big fight, and you are watching True School Sports.
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this is my official Shakur Stevenson versus Robson Conceicao post-fight review, and Shakur Stevenson has a dominant performance over Robson Conceicao, and I gotta say, man, I gotta keep it all the way stacked. You know, I like Conceicao, and I was very adamant that he beat Oscar Valdez, but I don't think he did much better than Oscar Valdez. I think you can actually make the argument that Oscar Valdez did better than Conceicao against Shakur Stevenson. Now, I never got to discuss the whole like Shakur Stevenson missing weight things, so before I get into the fight, let me just give my thoughts on that, and then we'll pivot into the fight. First and foremost, I keep the same energy of everybody, and I know like a lot of people are giving Shakur Stevenson a pass, and I'm not saying that maybe he didn't try to make the weight and maybe his body just outgrew the weight, you know, and he just couldn't make it. But the reality is, when you sign that contract, there are there's obligations to make the weight. You know, if Errol Spence's big ass, who walks around at 190 plus, can get all the way down from 190 to 147 to make the weight, then little old Shakur Stevenson should be able to get down to 130, no problem. You know, Robson Conceicao, who is 33 years old, he found a way to get down to the weight, and he was a true professional about things. So yeah, I hate to say it, but like Gervonta Davis, Dave Benavidez, Shakur Stevenson, although I like Shakur Stevenson and I'm a big fan, they're one and the same. They've lost the titles on the scale, and they have shown themselves to be, whether it be voluntary or involuntarily, unprofessional. Now, pivoting into the fight itself, first and foremost, Robson Conceicao deserves some credit, not for the performance, because I don't think he had a great performance, but you know, when Shakur Stevenson missed the weight, he could have, you know, not fought him, and he could have fought for a vacant belt because you know, Shakur missed the weight. He could have, you know, fought someone else, and that's not what happened. He decided that he wanted to try to test his skills against the best guy in the division, and he didn't take the easy route. So in a day and age where so many fighters take the easy route, I want to commend Robson Conceicao for attempting to fight Shakur Stevenson and beating him to become champion. He could have very easily said, no, this guy was unprofessional, this guy missed weight, I was professional, I made weight, so I'm gonna, you know, fight somebody else for the vacant title, and Shakur can happy trails to him, he can go move to 135 and continue on with his life. But he didn't do that. And as far as the fight itself, you know, Shakur Stevenson at the most lost 1 or 2 rounds. It was an interesting performance because sometimes when I watch Shakur Stevenson fight, it does kind of feel like a Floyd Mayweather fight. And what I mean by that is, I'm not saying he's as good as Floyd or anything like that, but what I mean is, like, Floyd Mayweather, he had a lot of fights where you watch him and the rounds just go by, and then you look up and you're down 6-0, 5-1, 7-1, things like that. And that's a recurring pattern with Shakur Stevenson. He's always over and over again, always, you know, outboxing the opponents. He's always that master of distance in the ring. So, you know, Conceicao had a lot of problems because even though he is an Olympic gold medalist, he throws his right hand the same every time. And he was very predictable in his attack. So what wound up happening was, as he continued to miss right hands, and as Shakur Stevenson in that southpaw stance, Shakur continued to just parry any shot, parry sometimes with the glove, sometimes parry with the elbow, but mainly with the glove. And when he would parry with the glove, especially as the fight went on, it actually allowed him to get a rhythm and gave him confidence to walk forward. And it was fun. I noticed this, like, in the middle rounds, when Robson Conceicao would throw the straight right hand, he would fall in, and Shakur had him lined up perfectly for left uppercuts, but he never really threw it in the middle rounds. I don't know if he didn't see it or if that was by design and he was saving that for the later rounds. But like in the 11th round, I think 11th round or 12th round, Conceicao kept falling in with that damn right hand, and Shakur sat down and just shot a nice uppercut. And you know, good performance. I mean, like, he didn't get the stoppage. Conceicao was a veteran, a high-level fighter. a guy that if you're beating him up like Shakur was, knows how to bide his time and last and survive. But he showed his class again. He showed that he is the best fighter in this weight class, and that will be the end of his 130 campaign. So we won't get Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina or Shakur Stevenson versus Hector Luis Garcia. He's going to go pursue greener pastures and bigger names at 135, which I think all boxing fans should get excited about. I know one thing that a lot of people on Twitter, because I was kind of like reading Twitter as the fight was going on, they were criticizing that Shakur Stevenson was doing a lot of low blows, and I feel like there were a lot of low blows. The referee mentioned Shakur Stevenson throwing Conceicao, but I don't think the referee did a good enough job of policing some of the borderline and low shots of Shakur, because there was quite a few of them. And look, I hate to bring it up, but it's the truth. Shakur Stevenson is someone that has admitted many times Andre Ward is one of his favorite fighters, and I'm sure he picked up some of that from Andre Ward. But all in all, besides that, all in all, a really good performance. You can see why Shakur Stevenson is one of the best pure boxers in the sport today. The ability to parry, the ability to walk guys down, and beat people up when need be. The only two things apart from the low blows that you could critique if you're looking at Shakur Stevenson moving forward into a bigger weight class with better fighters is, number one, a lot of times when Robson Conceicao did close the gap and did kind of like rough him up a little bit, Shakur didn't like that. He seemed, I don't want to say he seemed uncomfortable, but he seemed to get a little frustrated. And that's just something to look out for as he moves to 135. Also, listen, he won damn near every round, so I'm not trying to nitpick. However, Conceicao was there to be had, and Shakur couldn't show that extra bit of quality to finish a guy that I believe he should have finished. So now he's moving up to 135. How does that translate to a Tank fight, or a fight with Devin Haney, or a fight with T.O., or any of those kind of guys at 35? The guys that are the top challengers in the division. We're gonna see, but all in all, a really good performance from him. Just what can we say about Shakur Stevenson? A master of distance. I mean, it's not easy. Like Roy Jones Jr. said it best. They say they have the nerve to say, "I ain't fight nobody. I just make him look like nobody." But Robson Conceicao is a gold medalist, and he would beat a lot of guys in the 130 division. He's shown himself to be one of the top 5 best guys in this weight class. I thought he'd be Oscar Valdez, and many people did. And Shakur Stevenson won him there. And for the most part, he whitewashed him. Easy fight for him. One of the easiest fights of his career. And for someone like me who had a chance to, when I made my video like two months ago or so, 2.5 months ago, when this fight was being talked about, I said, Shakur Stevenson's beat a lot of guys that are more so aggressive fighters, pressure fighters, the pressure Mexican style. That's what he's beat up on. This is now a guy in Conceicao who's more technical. So how does he handle that? And he showed the quality that every elite fighter, every creme de la creme top shelf fighter has, and that's the quality of being adaptable, being a Swiss Army knife, being all purpose, being able to change your style when need be. So he wasn't, obviously he's Shakur Stevenson, so you're going to see those pure boxing skills. You're going to see the probing with the jab, the step backs, the parries, the cross arm parries at some points, the catch and shoot, the catch and shoot with the uppercut, the catch and shoot with the straight. You're going to see all those things. But for the most part, what you saw from Shakur, more of Shakur, was him walking down Robson Conceicao and systematically and methodically and mentally breaking him down as the fight wore on. So all in all, really good performance. Looking forward to him going to 135. But yeah, he missed the weight. It was unprofessional, and I hate to say it because I like him, and I'm sure maybe he did try to make the weight. But listen, you sign a contract as a fighter. It doesn't matter. No excuses. If we're going to criticize Benavidez, if we're going to criticize Tank, if we're going to criticize all these fighters who aren't professional, we got to criticize Shakur. He wasn't professional. And that's what it is. And Robson Conceicao, I truthfully believe that he shouldn't be penalized in the rankings for losing this fight because Shakur missed the weight. He should still stay and maintain his ranking and get a crack at a title, because this whole fight week for him was a shit show. And it seems like whether it be with Valdez with the PEDs, Shakur with missing the weight, he's getting the raw end of the deal. And he could have taken the easy ball. He didn't. That should be rewarded. We should reward fighters behaving like real fighters. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think. What did you guys make of Shakur Stevenson's performance tonight against Robson Conceicao? How do you see him going up to 135? We'll definitely be talking about this and Shakur Stevenson as we go on here on True School Sports. So yeah, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
Thank you for watching True School Sports.
No, follow this kid. Oh. You know, he's a true, he's a young, true, passionate person who follows boxing. He wakes up thinking about boxing and he goes to sleep thinking about boxing.
This is true.
Good kid, good man, and looking forward to seeing him everywhere in the boxing world.
Hey man, if you ain't subscribed to True School Sports, you fucking up, man. Make sure you subscribe, bro.
Fucking up big time.
Make sure, man.